Hello YouTube! Chite is back, and this time I've actually got some news for you guys. This last Saturday, there was a tournament at my local card shop for Yu-Gi-Oh! As you guys know, I do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Videos for this channel. Well, I was running the Six Samurai. Obviously, you guys are probably thinking, oh, Chite didn't do that great. He was running Six Samurai without Gateway. They're useless in the meta. Well, I topped third without Gateway. This was following behind Cubic and Fluffle. That's pretty goddamn good. So, I've decided to show you guys a little breakdown on the deck. So, here it is. Now, a lot of this looks like pretty standard Six Samurai stuff, right? Well, I was going for something a little more aggressive, but I did the best I could with $10 and a bunch of commons. 2 copies of Great Shogun Sheen to obviously stun their spell and trap activation. That didn't help against Cubic at all. But it still worked pretty well. 2 Grandmaster, because, hey, having 1 Grandmaster doesn't hurt. But having 2, well, that's a little easier. Now, I wanted triple Keyzon, but I was only able to find 2 before the tournament started. So I had to settle for 2, even though I wanted 3. But it did get the job done. I was actually suggested by one of the participants at the tournament to run double Iro because of his ability to destroy face-down defense position monsters. And I was like, oh yeah, that'll work. So instead of having 1 Iro and 1 Zanji, I decided, to fuck with it. 2 Iro. Now, this one didn't get to see as much play, even when I had him in hand, because there was a couple times where I had the option to spin cards to the hand, and I was just like, initially really isn't worth it. So, he's more there as filler. Not really a surprise, because Six Samurai, you're going to want the resources in the graveyard, especially if you've got Gateway. Now, the Six Samurai Nasashi, he helped me win a game, thanks to his ability to attack twice while I control another Six Samurai. Now, 1400 alone, that's not that bad. But being able to attack twice in a battle phase, that's really good. Now, this is probably my... Whack! There we go. Yeah, this Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro does not like me. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, Legendary Six Samurai Mizuho. This chick right here saved my ass so many goddamn times. I want to say it was in my final duel. I got 2 copies out, and I was just popping left and right, and it was absolutely insane. But it didn't really stop anything against the decks that I really needed it to stop. Now, Shinai, as everyone knows, if you're going to run Mizuho, you're going to run Shinai at the same time, or if you're going to run Shinai, you're going to run Mizuho at the same time. The two kind of don't run without each other, because they're complementary to each other. Anyways, Shinai, he was kind of just there as filler. He didn't get to see a lot of action until I had Mizuho on the field, but that's okay. Now, this guy right here, he's the real MVP. Kageki was saving my ass every single time. Whether it was being played in defense position by the effect of Foot Soldier when he died, or if it was Kageki summoning another Six Samurai from my hand. One way or another, Kageki was definitely my big game maker and breaker, because without another Six Samurai, he's completely useless. Now, Kagamusha of the Six Samurai, as important to the deck as he is for the synchro plays, he didn't get to see a whole lot of action. That's mostly because I wasn't able to draw into him. That's fine. I mean, he's an 1800 level 2. He's an 1800 defense level 2. Not much you can do with him. Although his effect is good. When exactly one face-up 6 samurai monster is targeted by a spell, trap, or card effect that could have targeted this, it now targets this. Now, Sheen's Squire. Oh, he could have saved my ass. But, no. Never fucking drew it. I never drew you when I needed you. Oh well. Now, before I go into the spells, I wanna make a quick mention. My first duel was against a guy who was using a 60 card version of Egyptian gods because he was trying to replicate the Pharaoh's deck, the Pharaoh's Egyptian god deck. And well, he was using the true name. And one thing that kind of pissed me off, because it was the very first round. It wasn't elimination style, it was round robin style, but still, this pissed me off. He picked up the top card after activating the true name, looked at it, acted like I didn't see him look at it, and then call it right. Like, bro, if you're gonna fucking cheat, just stand up, go, I'm a fucking cheater, and quit. I mean, I don't really know the guy. He seems like he's kind of new, but you don't fucking look at the card and then call it. Ugh. That's just disgusting etiquette. Anyways, going on to the spells, what's highlighted right now, if I can get it. There we go. Rhoda, that's kind of a staple for any warrior deck, isn't it? Especially 6 Samurai. It searches out what Sheen's smoke signal can't. This card's always good for searching out Mizuho, Shinai, Kagemusha, Kageki, whatever you need, pretty much. Now, Cunning of the 6 Samurai, if I can... There we go. Cunning of the 6 Samurai. This saved my fucking ass when I got trap hold. I almost got knocked out of a match. But Cunning of the 6 Samurai saved my ass. So, thank you, Cunning. Thank you for being there for me. Now, Asceticism didn't see any play, though I did have one chance to activate it, but the problem is I didn't have a valid target. So you can imagine how well that went over. Now, Sheen's Dojo was probably the second biggest playmaker in this deck for the tournament. I just kept being able to get out the monsters I needed when I needed it, and I just gotta say, thanks to Sheen's Dojo. I'm pretty sure Sheen's Dojo is the reason I was able to top in the top 3. But, oh boy! 6 Samurai United! Now, the last duel, this was after the tournament. I opened with 2 copies of 6 Samurai United, and I was able to get 2 6 Samurai in the field. I ditched both copies of United, and I drew into my third. The chances, man, right? That's just insane. Now, Temple of the 6. This doesn't usually get seen in 6 Samurai decks, but I'm not running a conventional 6 deck, so... Huh. Okay, that's weird. Sorry, I feel like I'm tripping out right now. Oh, I am. Fiendish doesn't go... What the hell? Fiendish isn't supposed to be in the main deck. It's supposed to be... Wow, okay. It's supposed to be in the side deck. Oh, I dropped it right where it's supposed to go, too. Anyways, Temple... Temple of the 6 didn't get to see as much play as it probably could have, seeing as I'm only running 1 copy. But that's totally... Oh, wow, I've spent 9 minutes breaking down the deck. Well, I guess that's normal. Anyways, I'd cut that, but I don't know how. Ha! Anyways, Temple of the Six is kind of just in there as a way to weaken my opponent's monsters, though. During my duel against the Cubic guy, that did absolutely nothing because he got Crimson Nova on the first turn. I gotta say, his Cubic deck is terrifying. He's built it so it searches out Crimson Nova really easily, and with triple Foolish Burial Goods, I want to say it was triple. Anyways, it was absolutely amazing to play against, but it was terrifying at the same time. Now, we're going to look at the 6 Samurai spells and traps. This is fairly generic utility for the 6 Samurai. You don't generally see 6 Samurai decks that don't run double-edged sword technique. Because, hey, 2 6 Samurai, you can get 2 level 4s and get a rank 4, or you can get Kagamusha and a level 3 6 Samurai and go straight for Shien. Now, this is a completely accurate recreation of my real life deck, so you can see the problem. I don't have Shien. And I wasn't gonna proxy either, so that kinda busted on me. Now, I used this almost every match at one point. Backs to the Walls is definitely my MVP trap card. That saved my ass in multiple matches. It's super high risk, high reward, but if you could pull it off and turn the duel around, it's totally worth it. Now, we're going back into 6 Samurai utility, and we're looking at Return of the 6 Samurai. This is, again, a card you're not going to see a 6 Samurai deck avoid running, because you get a 6 Samurai from the graveyard, and sure, it dies at the end of the turn, but more often than not, the 6 Samurai are going to have the effect that you see at the bottom here. At the bottom in the card text box for the 6 Samurai Eero that I've got displayed right now. If this card would be destroyed, you can destroy another face-up 6 Samurai monster you control instead. That's a fairly generic effect for the 6 Samurai monsters. I mean, it's the regular 6 Samurai monsters, yeah, but it's still a pretty good effect. And now we're okay. That worked actually really well. We're looking at Swift Strike Armor. This is one of the more obscure trap cards because I've only seen like 2 builds run it. But during a draw phase, if you draw a 6 Samurai monster card, you can reveal it and special summon it. In my opinion, that's really good because if you draw a 6 Samurai monster, you immediately get to summon it. You don't lose your normal summon, giving you more opportunities to pull off bigger combos. Like, if you were to draw Ito while you have Swift Strike Armor activated, then you can special summon him, and you still have your normal summon for Kageki and then special summon whatever other 6 Samurai you might have in hand. Now, anyways, that's about it for that. And now we're looking at Musakani Magatama. Now, Musakani saved my ass on more than one occasion, but because I'm only running 2 copies and my deck is slightly larger than normal by 1 card, it really hurt on how often I wasn't able to draw it when I really needed it. But that's the main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. Red Nova Dragon is literally in this for no reason. I left it in on accident, and by the time the tournament started, I was locked in, so I didn't take it out. I haven't taken it out yet, either. Now, Red Dragon Archfiend, I did summon it once, and it completely fucking screwed me over. Because, if I remember right, I got hit by Swords of Revealing Light the next turn. So, yeah, you can imagine how well that went over. Because of RDA's second effect, during your end phase, destroy all other monsters you control that did not declare an attack this turn. In other words, I nuked myself. Colossal Fighter. This would have worked so well if I had actually been able to pull off the summon. And I wasn't, and that sucks. Because the only way I'm able to summon RDA and Colossal Fighter is with Kagamusha and 2 level 3 6 samurai, or with Sheen Squire and Great Shogun Sheen. I did make it a couple times, but it wasn't the way I wanted to make it because I was losing a Shogun Sheen. Now, Goyo Guardian, I actually just threw him in after the tournament. And I really wish I could have gotten to use him during, but I didn't. So, that was a disappointment. Now, Utopia, I actually never summoned him, but he's in the deck. Here's a shout out to Utopia for all the combos that I'm missing out on. No, work. There we go. Shadow of the Six Samurai Sheen. 3 copies, super useful, but I never got to pull off anywhere near the Shadow Kageki power like combo. Now, if you don't know this, then obviously you probably haven't been running Six Samurai. But if you do know this, props to you. What I do, what a lot of people that run Kageki and that manage to get, well, I'm sure a lot of people that manage to get Kageki and Shadow. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Anyways, what I'm sure a lot of people do when they get Shadow and Kageki on the field at the same time, because when Kageki gets his attack boost, he's only 1700. But if you use Shadow's effect and detach a material, then you target Kageki, his original attack becomes 2000, and he still gets his 1500 boost, which puts him at 3500. It's hard to walk over that. And if your opponent attacks into Kageki while you control Shadow, and if your Shadow has material, they're walking right into a 3500 beater. That's hard to beat. A pun. Now, the last in the extra deck is number 86, Heroic Challenger, or not Challenger, Heroic Champion, Hold up, let me look at my hard copy of the card because I can't see it on this screen. Rongomaniad. I'm gonna call him Ron. Ron never got summoned. This is because I wasn't ever able to keep enough level 4 warrior. I wasn't able to keep enough level 4s on the field for him to actually make use of him. And it sucked because I could have used him so often, but I just missed every opportunity. It was kind of depressing. Now, we're going to look at the side deck. Hand of the Six Samurai, because tributing with Shinai always works good. Spirit of the Six Samurai was kind of just in there for shits and giggles. I never actually planned on citing it in, but oh yeah, what the hell, why not? Now, looking at this particular spell, Backup Rider or Lone Reinforcement, I guess it works, but I never actually used it. So, I'm sure I could have comboed it with Kageki and Shadow, but I did think of that during the tournament. Book of Moon, I want to say this is a staple in almost every deck up until, I want to say this was a staple in almost every deck up until this year, until we got cards like Crystal Wing and Clear Wing and other shit I can't think of off the top of my head. Starving Venom, Dark Rebellion. No, Dark Rebellion is kind of, I don't know. But Book of Moon is in my side deck just because I thought I might be able to run into something that Book of Moon might be able to take out in the next, might be able to help me take out in the next game, but no, that never worked. Six Strike Thunder Blast. This is one of those more obscure Six Samurai utilities. I want to say, I call it obscure because it's kind of counterproductive to a generic, well, not generic, to a typical Six Samurai build that doesn't use Gateway, because you're trying to get counters on Dojo, you're trying to get counters on United, you're trying to get counters on Temple. Taking a counter off, if you can't keep the summoning momentum going, Thunder Blast is really gonna hurt. Now, Six Strike Dual Wield, I never understood the point work. There we go. I never understood this one. If the only monster you control is one Six Samurai monster in attack position, you get to bounce 2 cards to the hand that your opponent controls. But since when do Six Samurai manage to have only one monster in attack position and have the absolutely ridiculous amount of fucking luck to have dual wield set? I really didn't see this working, but during my first game, I cited it in just for shits and giggles, cause hey, this guy was cheating. Six Samurai versus Egyptian Gods. It doesn't sound like a very fair matchup, but Six Samurai were able to get the momentum they needed, so I just killed a god. Now, Compulse, if I can get it to work. There we go. Compulse, another staple of decks up until this year. Probably still is, actually. I don't know the current meta, but Compulse is in there because I'm still kind of stuck to the old ways where Book of Moon and Compulse are in every deck, but I never cited it in, so it never saw any play. Another card I never cited in, Sheen's Scheme. If a Six Samurai monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summon up to 2 Six Samurai monsters from your hand. Again, I never cited it in. I'm not a big fan of this card, but I thought maybe it'd be useful. And no, it really wasn't. Another card that's pretty much a staple of decks up until now, Fiendish Chain. I never cited it in, so it never saw any play either. Never really saw any point to cite it in. It's kind of just there to be there, like intimidation factor almost. Rivalry of Warlords. This probably would have saved my ass so many times, but I never cited it in because I'm an idiot. So, yeah. Well, that's the deck breakdown. Let's see it in action against AI Yugi, because that's about the closest to the first match that it's gonna get. Where is the sound? There's the sound. Oh, hey, this isn't a bad opening hand. But yeah, this is probably gonna be about as close to the first match as it's gonna get. Sorry, guys. Get a counter, use Kaigeki's effect, special summon Kagamusha in defense, special summon Grandmaster in attack, and there's Spellbinding. I don't think so. I'm gonna use Kagamusha to bounce to redirect it. Kagamusha can't do shit. I'm gonna attack. Now, obviously, this is more just to show you how the deck functions, because this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro for Android. It's not gonna have all the stuff that Dev Pro has. I wish it did. I really do. Oh, hey, another Kagamusha. You're completely useless. Besides giving me an extra counter. And we're gonna go to battle. I'm gonna attack with Kageki. There's no point in going on. That's okay. Standby phase. Oh, and the background music that you'll be hearing, if I don't get, like, if I don't get hit for copyrights, in which case, Konami, if you do copyright me, please don't. If you want me to take this video down, I will gladly take it down if you reach out to us. I'll have the video taken down within 12 or 24 hours. Because I really I want to promote cooperation between companies and the YouTubers that do videos of things for the products that they make, like Konami and Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'm just trying to promote that. 15. What? 500 attack and defense. So that should be 2,000. That should be that. That should be 2,000. That's okay. That's kind of glitchy, I guess. That was confusing. I don't know what the hell happened there. I think I'm gonna win because of a glitch. Well, no, I'm gonna win to begin with, cause hey, Six Samurai kind of seriously outclasses this. What am I gonna draw? Oh, the Six Samurai United. Oh no! Ah! That's not what I wanted to do! Oh god! Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. This is now really, really not looking in my favor. He just needs to summon something with 1800 and I'm dead. Oh god. Why did I have to fuck up that badly? Iro! Synchro summon! Woo. One Bushido counter. I can finish it this turn anyway, so let's just go for the draw. Summons them both in attack position. Get a +2. Synchro into Colossal Fighter. Activate, draw 2, dojo, set, go for the kill. Finish it with Colossal Fighter. Woo, that fuck up actually helped. And here's an ad from Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. This is awkward. Well, that was it. That was a demonstration of what my deck can do. I'd do another duel, but we're already hitting the half-hour mark, and I'm sure you guys have better things to do with your life, like play Yu-Gi-Oh! Yourself. So, uh, awkward silence, I guess. Thanks for watching. This has been a breakdown of my tournament deck, which got me 3rd place, in case you kind of forgot, I guess. Am I starting to sound precocious? Pretentious? Stuck up? Snobby? I'm trying to think what to say. Anyways, this has been Chite Plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but it's not really Chite Plays, more as I don't know what to call it. It's like it's past midnight. Look at this. It's past midnight. I'm tired. I'm just going to go. You guys enjoy your lives, your days, your nights, whatever it is for you when you're watching this video. And remember, I was gonna have a witty catchphrase there. I was gonna have a witty catchphrase there. That got awkward. Hey! Awkward silence is right. Anyways, this has been Chite Senpai from Chite Reviews. I am now signing off. Signing